On the day of the accident, I was feeling quite dizzy and I'd gone to a friend's place to get a pillion seat installed on the bike. I decided that we would go for lunch just to see if that would help. So I didn't actually make it to lunch, and after talking to the police, they seemed to think that I just didn't make the corner at all. There's no evidence of me trying to stop or brace myself for the impact, and it looks as though I've just gone straight through the corner, off of the bridge, cleared the water, landed on the bank on the other side, and then rolled down into the water. The injuries I received were very extensive. Just the handover report from Royal Perth Hospital to Fiona Stanley Hospital was 5 pages long. I broke several bones and shattered them, but I also had internal bleeding and a ruptured lung. I had several life-threatening injuries simultaneously. My first conscious memory was waking up in the hospital and just not feeling my legs. And initially, I just thought I was in a bad dream, but then I kept waking up and realized that things were really bad and I might not survive. So I started to use the time to try and say goodbye and sorry to my family. It wasn't until about a week afterwards that they told me that I wasn't going to walk again. There's no easy way to say it or easy way to hear it as well. And yeah, I just knew my life would never be the same again after that.
I first met Ebony in Royal Perth Hospital, just at the point where we were doing her eligibility application to become a participant in the catastrophic injury support scheme. To begin with, it's about explaining to Ebony where the journey starts from discharge to hospital, identifying what her goals are.
Sue is a person from the Insurance Commission and she's the Senior Care Coordinator, and she definitely goes above and beyond. So in terms of treatment, physio has been really important as well. So now we're getting into things like getting my wheelchair in and out of cars because I'm trying to learn how to drive again, and wheelchair skills.
So services that Ebony required at the point of discharge was occupational therapy, physiotherapy, and some care support. So we needed to look at a height adjustable bed because she needs to be able to transfer between bed and chair. We needed to look at an accessible bathroom.
So I've got a home security system that I can also access on my phone, so I can actually see who's at the door. If I'm stuck in bed, for example, I can also unlock the door and let a support worker in to help me out. If there's deliveries, I can also see who's at the door and speak to them through the microphone. And coming home and getting all the home modifications done, it's just taken a lot of weight off my shoulders.
I suppose one thing would be really important is about facilitating and enabling somebody to direct their own journey. So we're not making the decisions for the person, we're just giving them the tools to make those decisions. It's been a privilege being able to support Ebony through her journey of recovery.
I was only 28 at the time of my injury, and I had no idea what a spinal cord injury was, and I had no idea what it meant to not be able to feel or move my legs at all. The biggest thing it takes away is your independence, and independence to me feels like freedom. So I would say to focus on what makes you feel free and really treasure and be grateful for that. I met Sue quite early on as well. What I really appreciate about her is she's very reliable and knowledgeable. I feel like I can talk to her about anything. It's just taken a lot of weight off my shoulders.